Hello everybody, it's Red Panda Gamer here to talk about the impossibly bad Aliens Colonial Marines. Now you guys may have heard some information about this game, how bad it is, how terrible it is, how long it's been being worked on, and I'm here to basically give you guys my opinions on the game. I've had it since it came out, however I've had a lot of issues running the game on my computer. And I wanted to make a full review out of this, similar to my Dead Space 3 review and the Cave review, but for whatever reason, I'm not able to get enough footage, so I'm going to try and record a player pass now, which is my first impression show, and I only point that out because this special Aliens Colonial Marines player pass is brought to you by Gaming 2.0, G2PO, and Gamersgate. So thanks to them for me having the ability to get this game and to be able to show it off to you all. But at the same time, I don't want to thank them because this game's pretty horrible and I wish I didn't have to play it. So as you can already see right here is one of the big problems with Aliens Colonial Marines is the fact that a lot of the times you are not indeed shooting aliens, you're shooting other people who are shooting back at you. Nope. So yeah, you are not fighting other people, or you're fighting other people in this game, which, in my opinion, is a very big issue because, well, that's not really the point of this game. The point of this game was meant to be, you are, shooting aliens, the friggin' Xenomorphs. That's what we've all wanted to do, right? When you heard about this game, you were like, yeah, I'm gonna get to fight some Xenomorphs. It's gonna be crazy. But that's not what's happening. Now, not to say there's no Xenomorphs in the game, obviously that is just not true, but it's mostly, from what I've played and what I've seen, it's a man shooter. Which, that sounds really weird to say out loud, but it's the truth. So, this game's got, like, the basic controls, sprint, different guns, but honestly, you will really not want to use anything other than your shotgun, which is kind of silly, because they give you the pulse rifle, which is, like, the, how do I switch? There we go. They give you the pulse rifle, which is kind of like the signature weapon from... Oh god, this guy's apparently really strong, I guess? Yeah, okay, cool, whatever. Which is like, the signature weapon of the Alien series. And yet, the main weapon you're going to be using, just out of necessity, is a shotgun. But I will go ahead and actually... oh, did not mean to shoot that. Alright, so that's our little radar that shows us where other enemies are. And I want to switch my weapon. Let's see. Arsenal upgrades. Do we have any arsenal upgrades available? Don't think we do. Alright, so let's go ahead. We'll use the pulse rifle just so I could kind of... Like, the pulse rifle's not terrible, but it's not very good. Alright, and here's another horrible thing. Like, this is some straight up early 90s, late 90s, early 2000s developing. Here's your body armor. You literally pick up pieces of body armor. Like, what is this, 007 GoldenEye? Like... It worked okay in that game, but that that game was for the N64, so it was okay. So we're in here now. I'm not sure what's gonna happen. I'm really hoping the game doesn't crash on me in the middle of this. It'll be really frustrating if it does. So yeah, I mean, here's the thing. This game, like, people have been giving this game 3s, 4.5, stuff like that. I don't really think it's that bad. I mean, it plays, like, it's, well, what the hell? Where'd that guy just come from? What the hell? Oh wow. Alright, so this is normally when my game crashes, is when I die. Also, the end, like, the dead screen, like, takes way too long. So you get this nice little gray screen right here. Then you get the splash screen. And then you get to play the game. And the checkpoint system's pretty terrible. Several times, actually, while recording, or playing in general, I should say, I had a lot of checkpoints that literally took me, like, either farther into the game, or, like, took me into a spot where I had no idea where I was. Which, I know that sounds a little weird. It didn't do it just now, which is nice. It's only done that to me like twice. But yeah, they literally take you to a spot in the game you've never seen before. Like, it's not like, I'm not saying like they shoot you up like 10 minutes in the game, but like 5 seconds even, which is really confusing. Oh, Jesus! What just happened? That's another thing. This game's not really hard. I mean, I'll be honest, I'm not very good at first-person shooters. Never really considered myself to be. I'm not bad, but I'm not very good either. And I have a lot of trouble with this game. Not really fighting Xenomorphs as much, but like fighting these other guys can be pretty difficult. There we go. Not like, but I don't want to like sit here and be like, oh, it's one of the hardest games I've ever played. Damn, that was action packed. Oh, whoa! Did you see that? The body just kind of like fly over there. That was pretty awesome. I love when I can do these videos where I'm like, oh, the game's not very good, and then like for technical reasons, and then nothing technical bad happens except for what you just saw. AI is bad. It's not, like, on both sides. Like, enemy AI is horrible, especially the Xenomorphs. Like, the thing about the Xenomorphs that's scary is they were, like, cold and calculating, and, like, they really could, like... They remind me a lot of, like, raptors, like velociraptors. But, like, in this game, they're just stupid. They just run at you and, like, get themselves blown up. Hopefully I get a chance to show you some Xenomorphs. Otherwise, it'd be pretty stupid. But yeah, I wouldn't say this game deserves like a 3 or even a 4.5. Like, I don't think it's that. Wait, is this where I'm supposed to go? Is this where I'm supposed to? Yeah, it is. That's another thing. Your AI like partners love to run off, like run away from you. All right, elevator, cool. This is familiar territory. Ugh. So we got some really generic characters right here. What is happening? Do we even move? I guess. Whatever. Alright, I think there's some Xenomorphs in here. Where's my flashlight? It's been a while since I've played. Like, I kind of gave up on this game for a little while. There we go. I'm using the gamepad, by the way. I would never use the mouse controls for this, or the keyboard and mouse controls are terrible. Look at this guy. He's not even turning around. Well, now he did, but it took him a long time. AI is really not that helpful. But yeah, like, I think this game deserves more like a 6. Maybe not a 6. Maybe a 5. But I think a 3 is pretty harsh. I mean, the game plays. Of course, the graphics aren't groundbreaking, but they're not that bad. Like, people are like, it looks like an early PS2 game. Or it looks like a PS2 game, not necessarily an early PS2 game. And I don't really see that in this. I just don't. I think that, like, stuff like the body armor, like the physical body armor is, like, early PS2 stuff. As far as, like, programming goes, or developing goes. But I don't think that necessarily takes... I mean, I think the game looks good enough. The Xeno... Oh, sorry. I don't know why I just apologized to you. My health is low. Need to pick up some health somewhere. So yeah, I'd give this game more like a 5 or a 6. Like, from what I've played, which isn't very much to be honest, but mainly from what I've seen. Like I said, since my gameplay... Since I wasn't able to play much of the game, I ended up having to watch a lot of playthroughs. Like, from what I've played so far, I was able to gauge enough of how the game is. I mean, the story mode is really only 6 to 7 hours long, which is really short for a AAA game, especially. But especially a game about, like, based on aliens. But I mean, I've been playing for like 20 minutes now, or not, probably not 20 minutes. But I haven't even seen like a single Xenomorph. Like, what's up with that? Like, there was a lot in the beginning. And now there's just none. Which is pretty lame, if you ask me. Also, the recoil on this gun is just nuts. Like, I mean, I've played other games. Oh, God! Oh, God! You know, I've played other first-person shooters, and I don't think I've ever played one where the recoil was this crazy. Where's this guy at? But I really hate that this is, like, trying to be... Like, that's the one thing about this game, what it's trying... Oh, God! Hit him! Oh, jeez! That was my fault. I accidentally hit the RB button, which shot a grenade. I don't know how far back they're going to put us. And also the fear of the game crashing is still fresh in my mind. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'd give this game more like a 5, maybe a 5.5, and that's being pretty generous. And I think the only reason I say that is because I feel like the game did not deserve all the punishment it got from everyone. And I literally just think it comes down to, like, people were like, okay, this game's being made by Gearbox. They just made, well, that's the thing, too. Like, it's a pretty common misconception, it seemed, that, like, everyone thought they were getting, like, a Gearbox-made Aliens game, which is totally not true. And I think that's a pretty common misconception in general, is, like, from the studio that brought you this. It's like, well, it was the same studio, but not necessarily the same developers. Like, I don't think this game was made by the same people that made Borderlands. I mean, if it is, then I'm concerned for them. But I mean, unless they like picked up this game, like picked up what they had from all the people this has been passed on from, and they're like, we can't do anything with this. Let's just clean it up a little bit, and we'll put it out. I mean, that's the thing too. Like, there's no demo available. I mean, that's kind of the first. Oh God, what the hell? Why did I stop moving? What just happened? What the hell? Wait, what just happened? Like, literally, my gamepad just stopped working. It's still plugged in. What the hell? What just happened? That was really weird. I don't know what to do. Should I like try and unplug it and plug it back in? Literally, I don't know what just happened. Like, I was playing and then all of a sudden it wasn't moving. Is it going now? That was really weird. That has never happened to me before, ever, in using a 360 controller. Oh no! And now I died. Okay. So you got to witness some first-hand stupidity in this game. How things can just go wrong. I don't know if that's abnormal. I don't know if that kind of thing happens every now and then. I don't know. But I can tell you one thing. It has never happened to me before when playing a game on my computer. That was very weird. So let's kind of take the same approach, I guess. Shooting that grenade launcher where it seemed like it worked pretty well. I never even used it either, so I might as well get some mileage out of it now. Oh. Check those sweet explosives, man. Oh, God. That's another thing. Like, I feel like the damage done in this game is really high. Like, I feel like when I get shot, especially if you're getting attacked by Xenomorphs, like, it only takes, like, 3 swipes for them to kill you. Which, in my opinion, is... I mean, and it doesn't sound bad. It's like, here's what I wanted from this game, okay? Like, and I'll be honest, like, I'm not the biggest fan of aliens in the world. Like, I like the first Alien movie the most. Because I liked that it was just one Xenomorph after Sigourney Weaver the whole time. Like, I thought that was much more interesting than just, like, full-on attack. So already this game wasn't really made for me in the experience I wanted. Like, I wanted a much more scary experience of just constantly being tracked down by, not one Xenomorph, obviously, but I didn't want it to be, like, a crazy amount of Xenomorphs trying to kill you. Wow, look at that awesome render. Oh, my God. Did I just blow his head off? Oh, shit! Well, fuck. Alright, well, I really don't want to play the story mode anymore, and I apologize for that. But I will go ahead and show you the part of the game that I actually thought would be kind of good. And according to Gearbox, Timegate worked mainly on, like, they claim that only 20% of the story was done by Timegate, which I don't believe. I wouldn't be surprised if Timegate did all of the story, and I don't really know about that. But there's this, this is the Versus mode, which I actually expected to be kind of good. So survive an unrelenting Xenomorph attack, escape through Xenomorph infested territory in 4 and 4. So this is like escape, so you're trying to get from point A to point B while other people are trying to stop you. Kind of like exactly like Left 4 Dead. And then you have extermination, arm explosives, so that's kind of like the mission mode in Counter-Strike. And then Team Deathmatch is probably the one that most people play. I'm going to just go ahead and try and find a game. So I thought this would be good. I thought, hey, you know what? The story's not good. That's okay. You know, 67 hours of man shooting probably gets old after a while. So let's go ahead and try, you know, the multiplayer mode. The multiplayer mode's not that good. And I tried to justify it, too. Like, I played the multiplayer mode for close to about 2 hours straight. And I was trying so hard to decide whether or not I liked it. And at one point, I did think I liked it, but I'm pretty sure that was just because at the time I was also watching Cabin in the Woods. And I just really liked that movie. So I think that was more of why I was enjoying it more. So first of all, it takes a long time to find players. Wow. Let's just get a game going, fellas. Alright, looks like we're almost there. Awesome. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and play against some people here. So we're going to play Excavation. So basically what it is, it's a lot like Left 4 Dead. But you have a round where you're a Xenomorph, and you have a round where you are the Marines. So I'm going to play as the Xenomorphs first. I often played as the Lurker, but there's also Soldier, which is like standard. A Spitter, which just has the ability to spit. And then the Lurker, which I like the Lurker best. He's faster, and he's got kind of a... I think he's got a good moveset. So you can see where all your allies are. They are the lighter green color. And then you can see where the enemies are. They are orange. So let's go ahead and just kind of jump over here! Oh god, how did I just miss that? God damn it. So, Bad Kitty totally got me, but it looks like he might get his whoop for. But maybe not. So what it seems to be, like, lately, normally when I play, it's very unbalanced. Like, I often see the aliens, like, way outscore the Marines, like, every time. And I mean, that's okay, because both teams get a chance at both modes. Oh, jeez. That was terrible. I'm not, like I said, I'm not good. I'm especially not good at playing as the Xenomorphs. So you'll have to forgive me for not being very good. But that's not the point. All right, so let's go after these guys together, please. No! He got me. Actually, it looks like I'm doing the worst. Big surprise. Oh, I'm gonna get this guy right here. See, it only takes like 3 hits, which I think is a little insane. But I guess at the same time, if the players are smart, they should like all band together and... God, at least I got a hit on him. But that's another thing I don't really like is the scoring doesn't work like you don't get points just for hurting them. Like that's what I like a lot about Left 4 Dead is you don't necessarily score for kills because it can be difficult to get kills because you know they're armed. But if you cause them any kind of damage, you get points, which I think is really cool. Oh God! Yeah, see, they're playing smart. They're playing against the wall. And they're just kind of shooting at us. I normally don't play against people that are this smart, so... Also, it just, I don't know, it seems a little lame that it's like so few people playing together at the same time. You can also crawl on walls and stuff like that, obviously. Oh, Jesus! How did he hit me with that? Oh, I jumped on top of him, though. The only reason I keep checking the score back and forth is to see if I'm actually getting points for doing any kind of damage at all, which it doesn't appear that I am. But, I mean, whatever. It's not, like I said, it's not a good game. This is what I think Gearbox should have done. I think they should have realized that, hey, this game's been passed around a lot. It's not going to be good like the way it is right now. Oh, get him! Damn. Did I just get 2 kills? Yep, double kill. Double kill, mofo. See, you still get like that excitement out of, you know, doing well in this game, but it happens so not very often. Oh, I want to kill him! I want to kill him! I think the aliens look so obnoxious too, and they're just like swiping around at him. They definitely don't look scary, that's for sure. But what I think Gearbox should have done is make a solid multiplayer only game. And I say this because like the single player mode is so short, it's not good. Like I feel like the single player mode is very tacked on. And the problem with that is the multiplayer experience is not very... Like, Call of Duty is a great example of this, and I know people don't really like Call of Duty, like, as far as, like, the internet goes, but this game so badly wants to be like Halo. It wants to be like every successful, you know, AAA title, but it's just not good enough to be. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God! They just blew his ass up. How did he what?! How the hell did he shoot me? That was kind of messed up, don't you think? Alright, so I was going to just show you guys one round of multiplayer. I was going to show you, like one match. One is the Marines and one is the Xenomorphs. So yeah, I don't like the multiplayer. But like, you know, Call of Duty, at least, like it's got a really short multiplayer mode. But you know, or a single player mode, I should say. But it's still like, it works. It's not meant to really be like this really crazy good experience. It's meant to really just teach you how to play the game so you can go into multiplayer mode, which is fine. Like, I don't like Call of Duty personally, but I also understand, like, they're not trying to make, you know, a single player game. That's just not what it's meant to be, because that's just not what it is anymore. They're trying to make a really immersive, you know, multiplayer experience, and the single player mode basically trains you for the multiplayer experience. At least I got a kill last minute. Good last minute kill. I didn't use the spitter or anything like that, but I don't like the spitter, so I ended up 6 and 12, which is god awful, but oh well. I thought I was gonna do way worse. There's also assists, but I don't even understand how you would get an assist as an alien. Alright, so let's go ahead and play around as the Marines. And also you get your loadout that you have in the game. So obviously people who've been playing longer have a much better loadout than other people. So I guess this is gonna be like your little view into fighting Xenomorphs, what that's like. So just like in the movies, you know, they do have like their blood is toxic and it burns you and whatever. And actually, that really just turns into an annoyance, if anything, because like you have to kill them with shotguns, right? Oh shit. So apparently whoever we're playing against is just really, really good, and that's why they did so well as Marines. Like I said, I played this game a lot when it first came out, because I was working on my review for it, but since it was so bad and it kept crashing, I couldn't play it. There must have been some kind of fix or something, I don't really know, because it obviously has not crashed yet, which is good. Get him! There we go.
Out of ammo.
Who's out of ammo? Alright, so we might as well be with our group here. We'll make us much safer. Oh, I just saw one up there. So I'm trying to figure out also how that guy shot me earlier when I got killed as an alien. And, oh, I'm sorry. You're on my team. Yeah, so I don't see... Oh, that was what I was going to say. I don't feel the single-player experience really trains you for the multiplayer. Because what's interesting about the multiplayer is you're being hunted, which is what kind of experience you'd want from an Aliens game. Because the whole idea of the aliens is they're hunting you. You know, in the spaceship, they're hunting you. They're after you. They're smart. They're going to kill you. And that's the thing. In the main game, they're not smart. They're really, really dumb. And it's really frustrating because you want, you know, a game where you have smart, engaging AI. But you just don't get that. Ooh, at least I got that last guy with my rocket launcher. So yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, I feel like the fact that most of the time you only really get, what is it, 4-on-4? Is that what we're playing? Yeah, 4-on-4 multiplayer. I think that's kind of pathetic. That's as big as matches as they can get. I think this would have been a really cool game to have, like, really big versus matches. Wow! Damn, dude, they can snipe with that spit. That's kind of sucky. Also, another thing I don't like, and I guess this is kind of just complaining, or I'm going to be doing a lot of complaining, is that they don't spawn you, like, with your team. And, you know, almost always in this game, like, your team is all together. But I guess that also makes it so your team just can't, like, sit all together. I'm going to go after this asshole. Damn, dude! Didn't even stand a chance. Apparently I should have played as the spitter because it seems to just clean house. I was really hoping to hit him with that, but I'm not surprised I didn't. Oh, there we go. So, I mean, I don't know. I still think that the multiplayer experience is kind of okay. Like, the multiplayer experience is okay. Is it worth $60? Hell no. Are there plenty of other better multiplayer games? Like, I would never recommend playing this game over, say, Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead is what every, you know, multiplayer, online multiplayer game aspires to be, like, team-based. And that's my opinion, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Like, this game has very shitty balance. Where did that thing just go? Or did someone else shoot it?
Reloading.
I don't know what just happened. Oh. Okay, so this is another thing. I'm assuming this happens, like, when they get streaks. But, like, it's messed up when it does happen. Like, those things are so hard to kill, those big guys. They're basically like tanks in the game. I have no idea how you get it. I'm assuming it's like a kill streak kind of thing. But I also don't think there's any kind of kill streak for Marines, so I don't really see how that's balanced. But, you know, what else is new about this game having issues? So I'm going to end this video now. I'm going to say don't buy it. It's totally not worth it. It's not what we were promised. It's not what we wanted. It's just a bad first-person shooter. It's very generic. I don't like it. The characters are all horrible. The story is boring as hell. Characters are dumb, too. They're like, oh, one of the face huggers was on my face, but don't worry, I'm going to be fine. But it's like, we've seen... Oh, that was totally self-sacrifice, but I don't care. It was worth it. But like, if we've seen the movie, we know that like they're not going to be okay because we've seen the movie and we know what happens when the face huggers are on them. Like, people who watch this or play this game are going to be people who watch the movies. So I don't know why you would make that joke. So I got 15 and 21. That's not too bad, I guess. It's not great, but whatever. So that was actually pretty. I mean, 10 points away from that, but oh well. All right, so I don't care about all this. Alright, so, Aliens Colonial Marines, I wish I could have done a full review of it, because I started writing it, and it was actually kind of funny. But I this is going to sound bad, but I really do not feel like this game is worth my time. To play through the whole game, which I watched most of the game, and that's how I know it's 6 to 7 hours. To play through the whole game, play an extensive amount of the multiplayer, and write a review up and film the review